What's up, Sun Rays? Welcome back to the channel. It's Ray. If you're new here, welcome. Today I am going to be sharing with you the things I wish I knew before going natural. I think I talked to you about this before when I did things I thought you should know before going natural, and I almost forgot to do this video. I said I would do it, you guys asked for it, and I'm like, okay, let me go ahead and get it done. So this is kind of another impromptu video. I am sorry guys, but it is getting warmer, I'm getting busier, and I'm just trying to keep it together. So real quick, we're going to go over the things that I wish I knew before going natural, and it's gonna have some of the things in it that you thought, but then maybe some things that you didn't think of, because these are my thoughts. These are things that I wish I knew, and I wanted to keep it a little bit more fun as well. So anyway, I'm using a little bit of natural lighting, and it's getting later in the day, so I'm gonna try to go ahead and get through this before it gets too dark. So let's get started. Okay, so the first thing that I wish I knew before going natural was that I was going to become a product junkie. Okay, I got a whole cabinet over here, and I got a whole cabinet over here, and I got some stuff over here. So I admit it, I became a product junkie, and I wish I had known that that would happen before I went natural. How would that have helped? Who knows? But maybe if I knew that that was a possibility, I could have prepared myself and possibly just try to focus on certain products and not get everything that came out. Now, I will say a lot of my product junkieism was because of the fact that I ended up starting a YouTube channel. So before I started my YouTube channel, I didn't have quite as much stuff, but I still was trying to buy everything because I wanted to know what was going to work for my hair, right? So if any of you are looking at this video and you just became natural, it's not worth becoming a product junkie, okay? It's not. Find what works. If you already have something that works, stick with it. If you still are looking, then maybe try my other video. I'll link it here, things that I think you should know before going natural or while you're natural, and maybe something in that video will help you. Or maybe I'll do another video to share some of those things of how you can find what works for you, okay? All right, I'm getting off track. I'm talking too long. I'll try to do this quick, but I'm talking too long. Okay. Second thing that I wish I knew before going natural is that products don't grow your hair. Taking care of your hair grows your hair. And I know that natural hair grows. So what we're trying to do is retain length. But for layman's, you out there, you guys use the term, my hair won't grow, not my hair is not retaining length. So that's why I use that term, okay? So just for those who want to get in my comments and say, natural hair grows and blah, 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 I'm using the term for those people. So I wish I had known that it's not the products that grow your hair. And I say that because when I was looking at all the videos, people were like, use this growth oil. It grew my hair in 7 weeks. And use this rice water and it'll grow your hair. And use this. There's a whole nother one. I can't even remember what it was. It was after the rice water though. They were like, this is better than rice water, for hair growth. And so we look at these videos and we see this, and then we go out and we buy that growth oil, and we buy already put together rice water. We're in our kitchen mixing up rice water. Now, guys, I'm not saying that these things are not beneficial to your hair if used correctly and stuff like that. What I'm saying is you can't buy those things, put them on your hair, and just expect your hair to grow. No. Your hair retains a length based on the way that you take care of it. So you can buy all the expensive products out there. Somebody, what do you use? What do you use on your hair? What do you use on your hair? I use this cream. You can buy all the expensive products out there. You can put all the rice water in your hair that you want to. You can put all the wild growth oil or whatever in your hair that you want to. But if you're not taking care of it, meaning making sure that it's moisturized, making sure that you're sleeping on satin bonnets, making sure that you're cleansing your scalp, making sure that you're detangling gently. All these things go into it, and that's how you maintain the length, that you retain the length by doing the things outside of the product, is what I'm saying. So I wish I had known that before going natural as well, because of course, you know, when you're new to it and everything, you're like, okay, let me get this product, and you put it in your hair, and you sleep on your cotton pillowcase, and you know, hair is breaking off or whatever the case may be. So that is something that I wish I knew, that it is not the product that helps me to retain length, that makes my hair healthy. It's what I'm doing outside of the product, and then also what I'm doing inside my body as well. Because again, you can be doing all the right things outside, but if you're not doing what you need for your body inside, then you still may have growth issues. So are you drinking enough water? Are you taking vitamins? Are you eating healthy? Are you exercising? Is there something else hormonal going on that you need to get checked by a doctor? You know, all those things take in account as well. So I wish I had known that before going natural. Third thing I wish I knew before going natural was that my hair was not going to look like hers. So before I went natural, I watched a whole lot of YouTube videos, and I watched everybody, and I was like, okay. So I knew once I big chopped, well, I didn't even know I was going to big chop. I thought I was going to transition, but then I ended up big chopping. That's in a whole nother video. I'll link it as well if you want to know that story. But once I big chopped and everything, I was thinking, okay, so let me do this and maybe my hair look like hers. Nope. Let me do this and maybe my hair look like hers. Nope. Let me do this, maybe my hair look like hers. No. Why don't my hair look like theirs? We all want to know. We all want to know, why doesn't my curls look like her curls? Because your curls are yours and mine are mine. And I had to finally figure that out, and that's why I press it on everybody now when I talk about natural hair. Embrace your hair, embrace your curls. Don't try to get your curls to look like anybody else's, because once I stopped looking at everybody else's curls and trying to make mine, force mine to look like theirs, I started to love my curls. My curls were unique to me, and then when I started looking at them and I saw them changing, sometimes they were plump, and as my hair got longer, they got more, you know, coily, and then now some of it is a little like a S or a zigzag or whatever, and so I just have a whole lot of different curl patterns in my hair, and I love it. And now I would not trade my hair for anybody else's hair. So I wish I had known that before I went natural, so I didn't waste so much time looking at all these YouTubers. I would have did that anyway. I still look at YouTubers, but I wouldn't have wanted my hair to look like theirs and got frustrated with my own hair. So as long as you have the right mindset, anyway, I'm not gonna go into that, but all this want to say to y'all now, I already said it in another video. But that's what I wish for me, that I wish I had known that my hair was not going to look like hers, basically, whoever her is. The other thing I wish I had known before going natural was how much shed hair I was going to have. Okay? Because I was relaxed as a little girl, and I stayed relaxed until I went natural. And I went to the salon. My mom didn't really do our hair after she got us relaxed. She sent us to the salon. And then when I got old enough and got jobs and stuff, I went to the salon. I went every week. Then I went every 2 weeks. And then I started back going every week. And so I wasn't looking in the bowl. I wasn't seeing how much shed hair I had when they were combing it out and all that stuff. I'm not even sure if I had that same amount of shed hair. I probably did, but who knew? But when I became natural and started doing my own hair in the shower, and I'm seeing this shed hair come out, I'm just like, wow. But it's normal, guys. You shed, 100 hairs a day or whatever. So if you don't wash your hair for a week, do the math. That's how much shed hair, you're going to see in your sink or in your sink or in your tub or in your shower. So I wish I had known that before going natural. because I was just like, you know, what's going on? You know, you start to thinking, what product did I use? But no, it's natural. Now, if you are used to a certain amount and that amount increases for whatever reason, then you may want to look at why it's increasing. Is it because of the seasons changing? Or is it because of something health-wise? Or are you, is it not shed hair? Is it breakage? So you got to assess all that stuff. But there I go again, telling y'all about y'all. Well, that's what I wish I had known before going natural. Guys, the other thing I wish I had known before going natural was a lot of the lingo. I don't notice as many people using the lingo now, but in my day, when I became natural, there was a whole lot of abbreviations in lingo. There was the TWA. You don't hardly hear people say that anymore. Teeny weeny afro. There was the BSL, broad strap length of the hair. There was the LOC, the LCO, the LOG, the LGO, lock method, and you know, all this stuff. So I had to learn that as I went along. People talking about cones. It's like, what are they saying? Cones? What is cones? You know, so then I had to look that up, and oh, silicones, you know what I'm saying? And there's a lot more. Those are just a few that I think that you guys would know about. But there were a lot other natural hair terms and abbreviations and stuff that I wish I knew, because I didn't. So when I would listen to people, I'm like, what are they talking about? What are they talking about? And if they didn't specify, like somebody got in my comments one day when I mentioned TWA, and they said, what is a TWA? And I just, you know, I'm just talking like everybody knows. And that's how some YouTubers that I was watching was talking. And I was like, and I had to do the research. So it's like, if they didn't say what it was, now I'm having to Google or try to find videos where other people mention you know. So yeah, so I wish I had known some of the lingo before I went natural, just to make listening and looking at YouTube videos a little bit easier, not as time consuming, knowing what they're talking about without having to stop the video and go kind of research that type of thing. I know that's simple, but hey, that's me. These are what I want to know, not what you should know. That video is right here, what I wish I knew before going natural. And I told you I was going to be a little bit different. Now let's get into some other stuff. Another thing I wish I knew before going natural was how much people were going to want to touch my hair. Now, if you ask, I'll probably say yes, depending on who you are, but just to come up and start touching my hair is like irritating. And so I had to really work through that when I first went natural, and people wanted to touch it, especially people who knew me and was relaxed. And one day, the next day I showed up, my hair was cut off and I had the curls, and they just want to put their hands in it, and it used to bother me, not only because they didn't get permission, but because a lot of times my hair would still be wet because I used to air dry. I had a TWA, it'd be summer, I do my hair, I leave out, I go where I need to go, and my hair is air drying, and now you're touching it. And then they're like, ooh, and it's like, yeah, you shouldn't have touched my hair. My hair is air drying, you're touching it, you're frizzing it out because you're touching it. You're complaining that something got on your fingers because you touched it without permission. Oh my goodness. And one time I finally just had to say something to somebody about it, like, why, you know, and I think they were kind of offended, but I had to let it go. I couldn't take on their offense, because it's like, you're not worried about you offended me. You know what I mean? So, oh my gosh. And then when it comes to the other demographic who, you know, are curious about us anyway. And I still deal with this now, and it bothers me, especially, you know, when I go to the dentist and stuff. It's like, how do you get your hair like that? How do you, you know, and it makes you feel like a science experiment, right? It's like, we're not going touching people's hair. But anyway, so that's something that I wish I knew before going natural, so I could prepare myself for it and how I would approach it when it happened to me. Because when you're not expecting it and you're put on the spot, sometimes you don't know how to approach that. You don't know how to it doesn't sit well, but then you don't really know what to say, so you don't tell them not to do it again, and then next time they do it again, and then it's building up in you. So think about that too. It's like, now it's like, now I will lean back, I'll be like, be taking their hands and stuff. People like, what, I can't touch your hair. I am not touching yours. You want to ask? Or, you know, why you need to touch it? It's like, it's hair, but it's funny. So I really wish I had known that people just want to put their hands in your hair and like you you know, act like they're dissecting it or whatever. It's crazy. It's crazy. Woo! Ooh, 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 ooh. That one gets me. Another thing that I wish I knew before going natural was that people would think that I'm an expert on their hair. Okay? So I'll run into somebody else who's natural and they're like, oh, your hair is so pretty. Thank you. I want mine to do like it. What do I need to do to get my curls to do this? Or what do I need to do to get my curls to do that? My hair is so dry. What should I do? It's like, I don't know you from Adam. It's like, why do you think I'm an expert? So yeah, I had to get, well, I'm not past that yet. I was gonna say I had to get past that too. I'm really not. Even now, it's like, I used to say, well, I'm not sure, you know, what do you use? And then it's like, wow, being a product junkie, you can't answer that question. What do you use? Because I use everything. I use everything. What do you mean? What do I use to shampoo? What do I use to style? Most times they're talking about styling. They want to know what gel and all this to use. But again, what I'm using may not help you. So it's like, it's such a broad question. And you have, I still struggle with that. It's like, guys, I use so much, I can't tell you what to use. What my hair likes, your hair may not like. You know, then we got to go through this whole spiel. And they're like, yeah, I know. I mean, everybody say that. Everybody's hair is different, blah, blah. Well, if you know that, why do you keep going up to people asking them, what do you use? Or what should I do? I don't know what you should do. You have to do the research yourself. For you guys, I try my best to kind of assess it, but a lot of times I say you probably need to go to a stylist, or if you having scalp issues, you need to go to a dermatologist, or you need to go to a tricho. You know, I try to direct you to someone who can actually assess your hair, see your scalp, and tell you what to do. Because me, across the states or whatever, have never seen your hair before, don't know what you do to take care of it. Going back to my other question, you could use all the products that I use, but if you are not doing what you need to do for the health of your hair, maintaining it, taking care of it, and all that outside of the products, it still is not going to help. So, yeah. I'm not an expert on everybody's hair, and I wish people, strangers coming out of the store will ask me about their hair, and it's like, I don't know. Anyway, another thing I wish I knew before going natural is what, I'm talking in past tense now, as if now that I know, but if I knew before going natural that what will work at one point may not work at another point, would have been a big help too. Because that's the thing, it's like when I had a TWA, I was using this and this and this, and my hair was looking good, and then my hair started getting a little awkward stage, and then the climate would change, and I'd still be trying to use that stuff, and my hair was not looking the same, and it's like, what is going on? And it's like, yeah, you may have to change it up. You may have to change it up depending on what your climate is. So I didn't know that. That was going to be the case. I'm thinking I'm going to be able to get the products that I used, you know, with relaxed hair and use it on natural hair. Nope. Then once I figured out what I was going to use on my TWA, my natural hair, then as my hair grew and that didn't work anymore. So yeah, let me add this to the list. This one on my list. What I wish I knew before going natural is how much research I was going to have to do. There you go. How much research I was going to have to do. I had already done all the looking at the YouTube videos before I went natural, just to make sure that I had somewhat of an understanding of natural hair and what to do as far as, you know, keeping it moisturized. And I got the Curly Girl book, and I was reading that thinking that, okay, I want to make it easy, do the Curly Girl method and not have to worry about cones. I'll just look to make sure it says no silicones, look on the ingredients, and I don't see any, then I'm good. And I'm not saying that's the way to go. I'm saying that's what I did. But even after all that, even to today, I still have to research. Back then I had to research, okay, why isn't this working? What, my hair is doing this, what does this do to natural hair? Should we use this on natural hair if my scalp's hurt? Sometimes you have to research. That means researching on YouTube. That means Googling ingredients. That means talking to stylists. That means, all the things, paying attention to your hair. But yeah, had I known I needed to do so much research, I probably, I might have said, yeah, maybe I don't want to do this, had I known. But then again, I think I would have did it anyway. And now that I've done it, I wouldn't go back. I wouldn't go back to relaxed. I don't think I would. If I decide that I want straight hair, I'll just be a straight hair natural. But I don't think I'd ever go back to a relaxer. That's just me. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm saying right now. But boy, people will take for granted how much you have to learn your hair. People will take time to learn their skin, what products to use in skincare. They'll take time to learn what makeups to use, how to blend two foundations to get just the right shade, and how to do the eyeshadow to look good. They'll do all their research on how to put their own acrylic nails on and everything else, but they do not want to research how to take care of their natural hair. And I don't get it. I don't get it, because that's part of your accessory too. So it takes research too. There you go. Okay. Oh, another thing I wish I knew before going natural was that I would fall into all these trends. So for me, I follow some, like I said, the lock method, the oil rinses, the, curly girl method. I can't think of all of them. There's been a lot, okay? But I haven't gotten into all of them. They come and they go. So, laying upside down for hair growth, using onion oil, onion water, putting monostat on your scalp. And I didn't do all of that stuff, but I did try the oil rinses. I did do the lock method for a while. I did use the raw oils and taking down the twist. That didn't work for me. I tried some things, and if you're not careful, you'll get to all these trends, and all these trends will go away. They will go away. They'll stay for a minute and they'll go away, and you know that because it happened with the rice water rinses. Which I'm not saying that they don't work. I'm saying that you have to know how to use them to get the benefits of them. You can't just get on a trend and hope for your hair is going to grow down the length. You know what I'm saying? You guys, the no oils and butter trend now, and I don't want to call it a trend, but that whole no oils and butters thing that was going on, and now people are getting off that train. Some people are staying on it, some people are getting off, but that's going to you're not hearing about it as much. It's going to come and go. Something else is going to be in its place. So stuff comes and goes, and I wish I had known that before going natural, so I know to be wary of it and research it to the point where does it align with what I want to do with my hair and where I want my hair to go and what I want my hair to do. So a lot of the things that come don't fit everybody. It depends on where you are in your journey. So for me, I'm at maintenance. I don't have like hair that I'm trying to get healthy, that's damaged, that I'm trying to get healthy. Some people are on that healthy hair journey. I'm not on a length journey. I'm not trying to grow my hair down my back. I could care less about that. I'm at a maintenance journey. My hair is healthy. As long as I maintain it, I feel like it will grow. As long as I don't keep cutting it, it will grow. So I'm at that maintenance. So these things that are coming out, do they help with the maintenance of hair? Or are they geared toward, getting your hair healthy or your scalp healthy, or, whatever the case may be, all the tea tree, you know what I'm saying? So don't just jump on a bandwagon. See where it fits in your journey. And I wish I had done that, because that would have kept me from a lot of stuff, especially the LCO that I really didn't need. At the time that I was doing it, I guess it was somewhat beneficial because my hair was drier then, because I was a new natural, so my hair was drier then. So I did feel like I was using it to lock in moisture. But finding out more about my hair and the porosity of my hair and everything, the oil and then the heavy cream on top of that, or the cream first and then the oil slathered on top of that, was not beneficial for me and my hair. And I know that now, so I don't do that anymore. Now, is there times when I will use a leave-in and then a cream and then a gel, like in the winter, to make sure I have a little extra moisture in my hair, or I'm trying to really soften up a harder holding gel by putting more softening and emollients underneath it? Yes, I still do that, but I usually will not top it with the oil. I usually won't do the whole LCO. So that's that. Yeah, guys, watch out for all these trends and all these bandwagons that come and go, because you're gonna jump on there and then you'll be looking like, where did it take me? Nowhere. And then you'll be jumping off. So be careful. Okay, so the last thing I wish I knew before going natural is that I would become a YouTuber. Who knew? Who knew? Had I known before going natural that I was going to become a natural hair YouTuber, I would have documented my hair journey in the beginning. So if you notice on my channel, you don't see a lot. You see my hair a little shorter than this. Well, my hair is not stretched now, so it probably looks short now, but I didn't do any stretching of it. But if you go back, you'll see my hair a little bit shorter, but you won't see the TWA, and that is because I didn't document it. I didn't take a whole lot of pictures. I wasn't thinking that I was going to need those things for a YouTube channel. I started my YouTube channel years after I went natural, and so yeah. But had I known, I would have had those things, because a lot of people will say, oh, do pictures of then and now and stuff like that, and I just don't have a whole lot of. And I'm an introvert, so I didn't take a whole lot of pictures anyway. I still don't. I'd be struggling to get pictures just to put up on Instagram or whatever the case may be. Now, that's why one reason why I keep trying to do vlogs, even though they're not my favorite, is because I want to have the memories, because I'm not a big picture taker. But I would have documented more had I known I was going to become a YouTuber. I would have documented from, me going to get the big chop, to me trying to figure out the products, to me doing the curly girl method, to all of that. I would have documented all of that. And I also would have paid more attention to my wins and losses, or, what worked and didn't work type thing, when I had hair fails and why, and, all that stuff would have been documented. I would have paid more attention to it, and I probably would be a little bit further along than I am now, because I would have those things to look back on and refresh my memory as to how I felt, what my hair felt like, what I did, what I didn't do. If you notice in a lot of my videos, I would say, I think I did this before, I think I used this, but I can't remember really how, because I didn't document it. A lot of things that I've used before was before I ever started my channel. So because I don't have those videos to go back on and say, oh, I remember my hair feeling like that. Oh, I remember when it looked like that. And then it triggers other things. Oh, I don't have that. So yeah, but guys, that's it. It's been long enough. I'm going to stop it here. These are the things I wish I had known before I went natural. I told you, some will be things that you've heard before. Some will be things that, are for me. I wasn't going to try to get real specific into some of the things that I shared with you in the other video, because some of those things applied to me as well. And the reason I was able to tell you those is because I went through the stuff. So I didn't want to reiterate that here. So I was just coming up with new things, that like people touching your hair and stuff like that you don't really hear a lot of people say, a lot of other YouTubers say, and more YouTubers when they have these type of videos, or saying more like making a routine and all that. And yes, that goes into what I was saying before, as the products don't make the hair grow or retain length. The routine does. What you do after the products, how you maintain a regimen, and how often you do it, which is your routine and stuff like that. So I didn't want to reiterate some of those things that other people already talked about, or how to keep your hair moisturized. I wish I had known, to keep my hair moisturized. We know that. I was trying to come up with some different things. But anyway, guys, that's it. I hope you were entertained, if nothing else. I just wanted to get this out to you. There's probably some other things that I was going to think of as well. But if that's the case, I'll do a second video. But I didn't want to have this keep going too much longer and I forget altogether to do it when you guys did ask for it. And I'm sure there's some things that I had planned on saying, because I did have a list somewhere that I had planned on saying that I probably didn't get in here. So maybe another video will come up, who knows. But for now, yeah, I wanted to get this out before too much time passed and before it got too dark. So I hope you enjoyed it nonetheless. If you did, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye, guys.